Ondo State Government, under the leadership of our hard-working governor, Honorable Dr. Loki Orimisa Ayedatiwa, has launched a free digital registration exercise for all genuine farmers in Ondo State through the Senior Special Assistant to the Governor on Agric and Agri-Business, Honorable Wemimo Akinsola. The man who has acquired experience and reputation as an agronomist and agriculturist is vigorously ready now to use his knowledge and utilize his expertise to take Ondo State farmers to the higher level. This will enable our farmers to benefit from agricultural programs, access grants, and receive timely government support. Forest surveillance and monitoring has come to stay to end deforestation and illegal activities. The governor and all concerned security agents will see what happens at all targeted areas on smartphones. Quickly go and register and know your local government or come to our office opposite Jamb Office Alagbaka or www.osac.com.ng. Honorable Wemimo Akinsola, Senior Special Assistant to the Governor. Announcer.
My name is Wemimo Akinsola. I'm the SSA to Mr. Governor on Agribusiness. I'm also chairman of SITE, that's the Ondo State Empowerment Center, and chairman of Ondo State Committee on Food Security. It's like a census that will enable us to actually plan. The registration of all farmers is very, very important for the state to have, to be able to keep records, and whenever there's going to be any kind of assistance, we will know exactly where those assistance should go. So the registration is for us to know our farmers, to know where they practice, where and how and what they produce, so that when we're planning, like I said, we'll be able to put them in a style of knowing exactly the actual data for our farmers. It's just to be accurate on our farmers as much as we can. So when we're planning, we plan accurately with the information we're gathering from all this processing of registration. And to add to it, this is supposed to be done at the back end, we will also like, as much as possible, to get the coordinates of the farm, if it's possible. Those who cannot get their coordinates, they can write to us, and we'll be able to assist them to actually bring the instrument to get the coordinates of their farm. Because when it comes to real assistance from the federal government, the insider here is that they need to be able to track every farmer to their farm. And that means having a direct location of your farm. That means you must have at least your farm coordinates for them to know where exactly you are farming. That is very, very important. Like I said, if in the form, or if there are no allowance given to that, you can submit it in the office with your company name. You'll be able to actually take care of it at the back end of the data. We go through associations, and we go through people who actually apply. Some of these applications at the time being made. But with this information, we will know exactly what we are doing to the farmers, where the product we're giving to them, how it's being utilized. If it's being utilized, we'll be able to know and be able to plan for bigger improving help for them. So once this information gets to us, for example, we're talking about tractorization, for example. If I know that there are about 600 farmers in the southern senatorial district who might need tractoring for this year season, it is also for us to get ourselves ready for that, so we don't disappoint the farmers. If it's input for, let's say, tomato, we already have an idea of how many number of people who are farming tomato in that area. So we'll do the plan according to their need. That is why all this is very important to the states, because we have a lot of things coming up for the states through our senatorial farms and our cluster farming, which are coming up on the program as it goes. Well, that is the Sunshine Youth Ground. It's a project that we're doing something for our excellency towards the 100 days. So we're doing it with the Young Sunshine group. We're doing a couple of about 50 hectares of tomato and vegetable farm for His Excellency. We create a road, We also have other farmers doing a lot of stuff in that area. So it's going to be a showpiece for the 100 days of what agriculture will be like when you have irrigation around in the state. So the dam is going to be a showpiece for us to actually show what we can do in collaboration with each other. The ECPE project was actually conceived by former Governor Wemimo as a training institute for young farmers. But it has been left idle for a while, and we're trying to get a private sector to take it. But we're in conjunction with a London group who has turned it into a multi-purpose farming village. We're doing bees there, we're going to be doing cocoa there, we're going to be doing chicken, and various kind of agricultural elements in that particular place, from farm to table, including processing honey, processing of milk. We're going to have a cattle ranch there, and later on we're going to have a goat ranch there. But we're starting a bit with the cocoa planting with 100 hectares. We're doing the beehives. We've launched the beehives there, and we're getting ready to put up the chicken there. Like I said, there's going to be all kinds of manners of agricultural produce being produced there and being enhanced there. It's a multi-farming village. We reckon in 100 days of His Excellency, we should be able to go a long way to actually showcase what we're doing. Well, I'll be very sincere with you. When this administration came in, His Excellency looked at the way agriculture is being practiced, and he has taken agriculture to one of the cardinal points for the success as a governor for the state. He came up with the slogan under the agro-business executive order that they did. Under that is to bring agriculture closer to the people. That means by going into the communities, acquiring more land for government use and also for the investors. This helps because you quantify whatever you're investing into this project. If it's done in the community where you can see the transformation of what you're spending, than actually going to the forest and doing the business in the forest, which will not translate to anything. You bust people in and you bust them out. It does not have any quantified effect on whatever community they're coming from. But if you're closer to the community now, there will be more rice being sold in the community for breakfast, for lunch. There will be more house demand. Other people will come there and build more houses. There will be other industries coming up in that particular place. Service industries will definitely take off from that particular area. That's more value for the state, for example, or just for agriculture. That is on the land bank issue. Then we're talking about food security for our people. It will be food secure. Then we're going now into purpose planning for the state, for the people of the state. We believe the market takes a lot of direction from food supply. If there's a lot of food supply, the market will not be able to manipulate prices. But if they're short in supply of the food, you can rest assured the market will play a very good role in manipulating prices. So we're focusing on primary production for our people, our basic food that our people consume, rice, maize, cassava, basically. Then we set that up in 3 senatorial levels, 2,000 hectares of each of these farms, given to private sector to run. This produce food directly to the state, processed and consumed in the state, taken to the market when there's drought, and hold when there's excesses. So we have control of the market and we have control of what our people take. There are various companies we're discussing on that, on holding those particular forts for us. People that will work there will be our citizens from Adelado, Osaka, Farmers Congress. These are pressure group of farmers who have their own farms but will be procured to actually take a job and run some of this particular outfit for the state. Then the third aspect is there's some people that may not want land, can't control land, but they want products. For example, it's Lagos State, for example, where they have the Immortal mill, which they need a lot of rice. They don't have the land. When you talk with them now to be the prime anchor for that supply of that mill, what it is we prepare about 2,000, 3,000 hectares of land, get a cluster farming together, and we feed that land. We put the rice, we grow the rice, and they'll be off-takers. The states make money, he employs people, and then we use our land purposely for the state, not just for investors coming in and taking land. The state will also have to get involved in actually using what they have to get better input for the people. So we can run some small business like that with our people around us, and the state will have more value for whatever is given out regarding the land usage in that particular aspect. So those are the plans for the state now. And we reckon in the next 24 months, if we drive these primary production issues, we should have processors coming and banging on the door from those states to set up shop for basic goods that we've been able to actually produce, that they need to actually process. Basically, that's what the whole drive of Odiro Matra is all about. Your camera can go and have a look at what I have on the wall there. That is the 16 reserves in Ondo State. And those are the big way for the henchmen that come into the state. And that's where they settle. So we're going to use our investors as a buffer to actually make sure we can secure our entrances to those places by putting our investors in a high volatile area. Our investors that have capacity that can get clear of 5,000, 10,000 hectares. Drone security apparatus into the forest to make it a bit more clean and be able to see exactly what is taking place in that area. It'll take a while, but it's just a matter of plan. We will get there. Just like His Excellency is making plans every day for the state to be safe. I can understand if you'll be trying to have a cold feet a bit because of the information that is being requested. But you can be rest assured, it's safe back-end information. These information that are needed for you to be able to get what comes on to you. For government, federal government assistance, for example, they are not going to help you if you don't have your BVN or NIN or we don't have your coordinates of your farm. It's going to be very difficult for them to actually assist you. That's why most of these things are needed for you to be able to help seamlessly. So I advise that every farmer, no matter where you farm, whether in the reserves, on your backyard, family farm, get your coordinates, get your details to us, and we'll be able to actually put you on the program for whatever assistance that is coming for that particular crops at the time is due.
Ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Ondo lábẹ́ ìdarí gómìnà wa Honorable Dr. Lucky Orimisan Ayédàtiwa ti bọwọ́ lu ètò fíforúkọ sílẹ̀ lórí ẹ̀rọ alátagbà láti pàṣẹ olùrànlọ́wọ́ àgbà fún gómìnà lórí ọ̀rọ̀ iṣẹ́ ọ̀gbìn àti òwò ọ̀gbìn. Ìyẹn Honorable Rotimi Wemimo Akinsola. Ẹni tó kún fọ́fọ́ tó jáfáfá tó gúnrégé tó pé sámú. Tó gbọ́n àtìmọ̀ nípa iṣẹ́ ọ̀gbìn sodo kalẹ̀ sákàtà ẹ̀. Ó ti gbáradì báyìí láti wá máa lo àwọn irinṣẹ́ tó kìdọ̀ kí iṣẹ́ ọ̀gbìn ó lè padà dohun àmúyangàn. Ẹnikẹ́ni ò ní lè ṣe àgbẹ̀ ní ṣùtá tàbí fẹ́ràn doko wọn mọ́. Torí ẹ̀rọ olójú àṣà yóò ti wà káàkiri. Kódà lórí fóònù ní gómìnà àtàwọn ikọ̀ yóò ti máa rí gbogbo tó bá ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní gbó. Táwọn agbófinró wa yóò sì máa gbé ìgbésẹ̀ lójú ẹsẹ̀. Àwọn àgbẹ̀ yóò máa jẹ àǹfààní ẹ̀ka ìlò. Ètò adójútòfò àtàwọn nǹkan pàtàkì míì látọ̀dọ̀ ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀. Àtèyí tó bá wá láti federal. Ó yẹ ìtètè lọ́ máa forúkọ sílẹ̀ báyìí o. Nínú gbogbo ẹgbẹ́ àti gbogbo ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ nípínlẹ̀ Ondo. Tàbí kẹ́ kàn sí wa lọ́fíìsì wa. Ní dojúkọ Jamb Office Alágbàká Àkúrẹ́. Tàbí lórí www.osag.com.ng. Honorable Rotimi Wemimo Akinsola. Olùrànlọ́wọ́ àgbà fún gómìnà. Èló ni ká kéde ẹ̀.